All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. We're excited to be accepting memberships for the Sarah Soon said YouTube page. You should join. You should go to the join button. It's in the video description, in the chat. You can go to the home page and click join, and you will get an introduction video. That's right. Giving you the rundown on all the memberships. Check them out. If you like it, then you join. If not, that's all right. You still welcome over here with the general. You see, you still family. So ring the alarm, KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, and hoodies, and tank tops, and we got them for you. The summer Seti wear is on deck for your family. All you have to do is go to KingSeti.com, go to new, go to the tab at the top where it say new, and click new, and boom, there it is. Your jaw gonna drop, and you're gonna try to get everything up under there. Cause it's like that. Get your summer wear together, Seti wear, revolutionary wear for your family. Check it out. We also got the African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor for the family. You cannot lose at kingseti.com. Check me out, family. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 1,000 videos on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, mental warfare, Black economics and education. That's right, that gas, advanced African academics, the complete General Sarah Soon Seti website, developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. That's right, family. And you know, Seti popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube or any other tube, or so exclusive. I just keep it for my family on Patreon. Got over 150 exclusive live streams on my Patreon. You should join. You should join, because it ain't nothing but them jalapeno presentations, family, guaranteed. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will most definitely ban your ass. You will be up out of here. Boop. All right. Here we go, family. I see it still, you know, a lot of chitter chatter out there in the Arab world. Yes, it is. They swear to God somebody taking something from them. You see? That's right. We live across 3 platforms. We YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We making noise. We making noise tonight, so because we want them to hear. You see what I'm saying? Anybody anywhere that wants some smoke, all you had to do is raise your hand, and I got nothing but smoke for you. Okay? Now, I'll be knocking them down all this week. You understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? I think a mega opus lecture is in due. You understand what I'm saying? So I could throw all the daggers that's necessary that I need to throw. Tonight we looking at Arab and Europeans' systematic attack on ancient Egypt's African origins. Okay? So we're going to have 4 powerful jump offs tonight. Okay? Let me get this in here. Matter of fact, is it up there? Yeah, it's there. Yeah. I can almost start anywhere in there, but yeah, this is necessary. I might as well jump. You know, I could just start in the beginning, man, and jump right on off into it. anywhere up in there. It just fire all the way around. You know what I'm saying? I can't lose. I can't lose. You feel me? I can't lose. Yeah. I had to run this down on family. You feel me? Now, if anybody remember this, and we got to be clear, I want you to, when I show you these things, see, I'm system. You know, they want to be systematic. I'm gonna be systematic. You see, and I'm gonna come right down the lines of science. Okay, we got to come down right down the lines of science. Now, you know, when this guy, I forget his name, I forget his goddamn show, and I'm glad I forgot it. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, I watched it previous to this episode right here. I watched him just, you know, because if it's a show about travel and, you know, and all type of, you know, off the wall shit, you know, mysteries and archaeological myth, I watch it. But when he came with this garbage right here, I no longer watched it. You see, because I know, you know, now you done went overboard. You see what I'm saying? Now you got some issues with my Africanness. You see? And so you come out here with this fraudulent Nefertiti. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, and you got Charlie Brown in the gang. You see what I'm saying? Y'all come out here and you want to fraudulate. And so I say, okay, what are they trying to prove here? You know, what are they trying to prove here? Now, this is you know, Miss Elizabeth Danes. Okay, Miss Elizabeth Danes, one of the great fraudulators of the modern times. You see, and you know, she's responsible of not only creating one of them old fake tuts, she created the fake Nefertiti creation too. You see, you know, fake, you know, and so she's one of those hit men today that they get to create all these, you know, reconstructions, not only of Tut and in this fake Nefertiti, but also these so-called hominids and shit. She's responsible for a lot of them too. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and so I had to say, you know, and it's a few more of them out there. You see? And so you see right here when she stopped, I say, well, damn, he got the same nose and damn, they look like her son. You see? And I'm going to show you, we're going to get to the science real quick now. And we want it because y'all got to know this. You see, because they telling y'all and shit about, you know, that they taking skulls and recreating them. And I'm going to show you that's a pseudoscience. That's exactly what it is. And so now let's look at this. Let's look at this coming from the Smithsonian Natural Museum of Natural History. You see? Now what it says is when you putting something together, when they reconstruct a skull, you see, they say the finished product, this coming from the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, the finished product only approximates actual appearance because the cranium does not reflect soft tissue detail. Okay? I cannot tell what color eyes they got, hair, cannot, you know, and cannot tell what kind of hair they had, you know. So I believe, you know, that's where they just put some damn hair on some of them mummies. You see what I'm saying? Skin color, can't tell. You see? You cannot tell what no skin color is either. You see? Facial hair, can't tell whether they had a beard. Can't tell that. The shape of the lips. Cannot tell that, you see, or how much fat tissue covered the bone. So you can't even tell whether they were fat or whether they were skinny. You see, so you got to know that. So when you understand, it's guesswork. You see, whoever is the reconstructionist, before they even get started, because they ain't just slapping shit on the skull. You see, they not just slapping shit on the skull. They already have an idea of where they're going with it before they even get started. You see? So it wasn't like she took a skull and she put off. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? So she knew before she even got started that she was about to create a white woman. You see? She already knew that. And so understanding that, matter of fact, let me bring that down. Let me bring that down, son. Okay. Take me up. All right. You see, and so you see here, the finished product only approximates actual appearance. You see, and so when you look at all the areas that's on the cranium, you see all these areas on the cranium. You see, those are actually areas of soft tissue. You can't tell no at the chin or none of that. You see, if it's a skull, you cannot, you can only approximate what it looked like. So you could be totally wrong, period. Now, this is coming from this right here. As a matter of fact, this woman is an international award-winning author and criminologist, Jennifer Chase, okay? There are limitations to the facial reconstruction by the artist and the sculptor. The hair color, the hair texture, hairstyles, facial expression, shape of lips and eye color, and how much fat on soft tissue areas are generalized guesses. Just want you to know that. So all this shit that they've been putting out here, I just want to let you know that they already had a preconception that they was going to put out some white people or some Arab-looking peoples. It wasn't like it was I don't want y'all to think that, that somehow they put all the right things back the way that it originally was. You see, they did not do that. They already knew that they were creating a white man or a white woman or Arab, which ain't too much different from that. You see what I'm saying? Or Arab woman or Arab man. Okay, they already knew that. You understand? But they are guesses. However, the complete reconstructions have been successful in many cases to help narrow down searches and assist in identification. Okay. Now, what does this say? The first scientific reconstruction did by Wilhelm in 1895. He utilized measurements of tissue deep thickness from German cadavers to reconstruct the face of Bach. In present day, facial reconstruction is applied in both for cynics and archaeologists, and some of the methods employed by Isting are still in use today. Skepticism exists in the biological anthropology community, especially as it pertains to archaeological human remains. The question is particularly inquiring about the reliability of facial reconstruction as it applies to for cynics. However, and that is only what will be discussed in this response. Outright, I have found enough evidence to support that for cynic reconstruction is not entirely reliable, particularly in terms of positive identification, and should be used as a supplementary aid in a forensic investigation when all other avenues have been exhausted. First and foremost, there are glaring limitations in, in predicting facial soft tissue on dry bone alone. In general anatomy, it is taught that many of the facial muscles are not directly associated with the bone. Some may have one attachment site to bone, but the other attachments are associated with other soft tissue. You see, the only two muscles whose attachment remain visible on the skull in almost every instance are the masseter and the temporalis. Okay, and so that's right there. You see right there on the side of your skull, and right there connecting probably right up under your cheekbone to the lower jawbone. You see, almost the figure to the left identifies these two muscles and their origins and insertions. The fact alone blows the idea that facial reconstruction is even combination of science and art away. You see, the error rates are high for determining mouth width and nose projection. You see, which are rates are high for determining mouth and nose projection, which are two important aspects of the face. If most of the facial muscles are not directly evident on bone, then much is left to the interpretation of the facial reconstruction sculptor or artist. Facial reconstructions were employed for the victims of the Bali bombing in 2002, and 50% of these reconstructions were inaccurate because they were wrongly identified. The main guidelines used in facial reconstruction are not founded on empirical evidence. Okay, and so the guidelines and techniques are not uniform in facial reconstructions either, and determining which to use is up to the artist. You see, individuals that do facial reconstructions are quick to point out that these reconstructions are not expected to positively identify an unidentified individual, but are done to aid in the investigation by generating leads or tentative ID. As it turns out, facial reconstruction is not too reliable at all. Because of this, a more suitable term of facial recognition should be employed, such as facial approximation, because the term recognizes the errors or general inaccuracies in this forensic technique. So you see all these areas up here, where they got a dot. You see, and there's the here's if you need some scientific references there, you can come back to this and take a snapshot, and you can look them up. There's 5 that the person put in. You know what I'm saying? There are carefully applied steps to begin the reconstruction of the face. You see, there are limitations to the facial reconstruction by the artist, sculptor, the hair. See, these are different ones to show you that it's known across the board. So when you got this is very critical, because when it comes to these motherfucking 8 men and shit that they recreating and shit, you know what I'm saying? They make a lot of them look African. You see, they make them look like monkeys and shit and half man. See, they doing that shit on purpose. I'm trying to let y'all know that. They doing that shit on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? They got a sick ideology. You see what I'm saying? And what they're doing, they're creating, you know what I'm saying, supportive reconstructions that back up what they say. And a lot of people think that when they take a bone and they put the, and that's how it supposedly look, but that's not true. You understand what I'm saying? They making them, and a lot of them ain't even got no damn skull. You understand what I'm saying? Some of them have they ain't even got a whole skull. They'll go in and recreate the back of it. They'll take the face or whatever piece, and they'll make a skull to their liking. You see what I'm saying? They'll make a skull to their liking. So a lot of times they don't even have a whole skull, but it don't make no difference. You see? And so it show right here the hair colors, hairstyles, facial expression, shape of lips, eye color, and how much fat or soft tissue areas are generalized guesses. We went over that. You see what I'm saying? So now you got this fake ass Tut. You got this fake ass Nefertiti. And all these areas in here you see are soft tissue areas. You see what I'm saying? You can't, so that's guessing. You see, it's guesswork. It's guesswork. Okay, and so now the crazy thing about it, you see, and see, I'm gonna bring it. Where's that one at? I'm gonna bring it. I don't know where that one at, because they had the skull up there too. See, they had the skull up there too. See, but I busted their ass. Where's that one at? They had the skull up there too. And see, it took me a minute and shit to realize what they had done. Where's that skull at? Where's that one? Here it go, right here. See, now let me bring that back up here, because it's crazy what they did. See, they put the skull there to fool you. You understand? When they put the skull there to fool you, to make you think that they took that skull right there and recreated it. You understand? And now, let me show you what that was. Okay, let's be clear. And so a lot of people don't know that the tomb of Nefertiti has never been found. Okay, you see, and so that was what I was going to ask the European, where the original skull of Nefertiti is located, because it was never found. So that skull they got up there, you see her, it said the team detected along, I believe this was in Tutankhamun's burial. You see what I'm saying? And so this was called, I forget what they call this mummy here. You see what I'm saying? I'll find it and find out what they call that. They call her something, the lost mummy or whatever. Okay, but the team detected a long space in the bedrock a few meters to the east, the same depth as Tutankhamun's burial chamber, running parallel to the tomb entrance corridor. And so this was a mummy that they found, next to Tutankhamun's burial, but they know that it's not Nefertiti. So they took that and put that up there and to give the illusion that they used that skull. That's not Nefertiti. Okay, that's not Nefertiti. And I just want to be, so that right there show you that they fake. You see what I'm saying? They're using fake shit. And so again, we showing, showing you soft tissue landmarks. You see chin, cheeks, nose, you understand, forehead, none of that. You see, none of that. So now that's why when you look at all these recreations, matter of fact, is it up there? I ain't even got it up there. Let me get it up there. I didn't even have it up there. Let me get it up there. Okay, this was it. Okay, let me get it in. This was it. Okay, now this is the fake skull, but that they're giving the illusion that they're using to reconstruct Nefertiti. You see, that's not her skull, because Nefertiti's tomb has never been found. Her body has never been identified. So they sitting up here playing games with you. You understand what I'm saying? To make you think that they made some type of discovery, which they have not. That's why when you look at these different Tutankhamons, the first one is the original. You understand? Which they never, it's so hard for them to accept that one. You see what I'm saying? So now they got, now you got the Arab one, and then you got one on the end, which I believe is the French version. So they had about two, matter of fact, I believe it was like 3 teams to do a reconstruction, and they all looked different. You understand what I'm saying? But see, when you look at, this is the standard look of King Tutankhamun. You see over hundreds of carvings. You see, so it's pretty standard based on the ancient sculptors of what he looked like. You see what I'm saying? And so when you get down here, let me get out and blow this out of here. Let me get this out of here. Now, when you talk about a man, and I deal with this a lot, when you talk about a master sculptor or a master artist, they pride themselves on being exact. You see what I'm saying? Even if you get somebody out there on the street to draw you, they pride themselves at being exact. How could the ancient Egyptian artists make this level of a melanin, make this mistake of putting this level of melanin in a white man? You see, if that was how he looked, what would make him put that level of melanin in that sculpture? Okay? What would make him do that? You see, because artists and sculptors pride themselves in being exact. You see? And so when you look at all the old, most ancient of the sculptures of Tutankhamun, they pretty much standard on how he looked. You see what I'm saying? They pretty much standard on how he looked. Okay? This was a brother of deep, rich melanin in hue. And so they not using those, they looking directly at the brother. You see, they looking directly at the brother. And so now when you look at his grandmother, you see, when you look at his grandmother, you see Queen T. It's standard that, this is a race. This is a race, and you understand, and they all look the same. You see, so she's deeply melanated. He's deeply melanated. And you can see she got an afro. They don't take no rocket scientist to see that. You see? So they all favoring characteristics. Okay? And when you look at, even the wooden one compared to the gold mask, pretty standard. You can damn near take the mask and put it right over the face. It looks like it fits the face looks like it fits the mask perfectly. You see what I'm saying? Perfectly. So they pretty standard on what he looked. Now, of course, this is it has lost the color. You understand? This is alabaster, so we understand that. You see, it's alabaster, and it then lost the color because you can see in his ears and around his ears that it was brown. You see what I'm saying? Just like the Egyptians, brown, reddish brown. You see, and even that is standard on how he looked. Okay. And so, when you looking at this Arab over here, even in alabaster, Tutankhamun still looks like a black man. You see, it still looks like a black man. Now, you see, when you look at the children of Nefertiti, you see, how is this European woman producing children like this? You see? And you can see they all got the same head, whether it's Tutankhamun, you see, and Akhenaten, you see. Now, they never show you this particular version of Nefertiti. They don't do it. You see, they don't show you this because when you see, she look just like her children. You see, look just like her children. When you put them all together, you see Akhenaten, you see his daughter, you see, Nefertiti. You can see that they are all of one race, and that is Nefertiti. A lot of people say, well, damn, was that Akhenaten? No, that was Nefertiti. You can see she got on a dress. You see, she got on a dress. And a lot of people say that they had banned, all the gods and goddesses except Aten, but she got on the crown of Amen. You see, and this is at the Ashmolean Museum, Oxford. You see? And so now look at this. So they put him up because he can go put his face on that. Matter of fact, he might have been the goddamn source of where they got the damn recreation from. You see? You understand? That's where they got it. But he can't go put his goddamn face up. He can't go put his face up on this one, that brown one. He can't go do it. He's smiling, but he can't go put his face up on the original one. That's what he cannot do. You see? And so now, here we go. You see? So when you look at this one, you can see right here to the right, that's a Fayum. These is during the Greco-Roman period. You see what I'm saying? And so you can see that those are actually paintings that come from that time. So, now this is very clear. So you could tell the difference between the Fayum, where they just painted. They didn't even have the sculpting ability. That was a mummy. And so they just painted her face onto the coffin. You see? So, I mean, it's very clear that, when you look at the Africans compared to the Fayum mummies, and I don't have it in there. I don't have it in there. I should put them side by side, but that's all right. I'll put it in there. And so now, clearly they are a depiction of white people in Egypt. So if Nefertiti was actually white, it wouldn't have been too hard a problem to depict her as such. You see what I'm saying? Because they did that. You see? Now, if you take, matter of fact, let me go and do this right now. Let me make a copy. Take her out of there. Where the goddess? I just seen her. Oh, right there. You see, so ain't nobody in there. We already know what it is. So because they did that, because they got white. They got coffins with white people on it. They did that. You see what I'm saying? They didn't make no mistake in their skin color or nothing. They was white. They painted them white. You see what I'm saying? So if T was actually a white woman, it wouldn't have been hard to do that, because they achieved. You understand what I'm saying? Creating. And matter of fact, I believe probably was the Romans themselves that created these. You see what I'm saying? So you can see clearly that these are two different races. You see? And that what they talking about, the race in there today, Zahid Hawass, they're not the indigenous Africans. And we'll deal with that. I know he having a problem over there. They see too many of y'all niggas out here on that bullshit, talking that bullshit. So they think they can get in today. You understand? They think they can get in today because, too many, want to be goddamn this, that, and the third is out there. And they thinking they can get away with it, but they can't get away. You see? So when you look at the fake Tut, he looked like a lot of the Fayum mummies. He don't look like none of, he don't look like Tut. You could take him and put him right on over there with them Fayum mummies, and that's what he looked like. It's not hard to see that. You see, look at this right here. So, they were successful of creating an image of white people during the times of the Romans. It was not that hard to do, and they did that. If they were white, they didn't make a mistake and put melanin in them and paint them brown and paint. No, they didn't do that. They just, if they were white, they painted them white. You see, they painted them white. And so, again, showing you the Fayum mummies. If they saw white people, they created white people. They didn't put they didn't put a level of melanin in their skin. You understand what I'm saying? That is not originally a part of they phenotype. They didn't do that. So you can see, and so, clearly, we got a standard that we could go by You understand, to prove that, you know, that the original Egyptians were not white people. They don't have, you can't get that level of melanin. No white man on no variation. No white man on this planet got that level of melanin. I don't give a fuck what European nation you go in, got that level of melanin. Period. Period. Okay? Period. So we can stop the play. Now I want y'all to notice something. You see? Now, see these? This is Roman. You see? And you can see right here to the left, you see this is a statue. And you see when they make a recreation of that Roman statue, that is damn near the same. They didn't change shit. They didn't change a goddamn thing. It is all, the reconstruction is almost a carbon copy of the original. You see what I'm saying? It's almost a carbon copy of the original. Now, this is supposedly a statue of Homer. They don't know what Homer looked like, but I know that's supposedly, you know, some statue that was created to look like it. And so an artist did a recreation right there of a Homer, and he didn't change shit. He didn't change shit. He damn near made it perfect of what the statue looked like. They didn't change a goddamn thing. You see? Didn't change a goddamn thing. You see, when you come down here, this is one of the Roman Caesars. Why isn't there any change in the skin tone? Even though we know what he looked like. Why isn't there no change in the skin tone? They left it the same. They left it just like the statue. You see, and see when they merge, see, try to merge the face of the old and the new face and the new fake tut and see what you get. See, but you can see from the recreation, the painting, and the sculpture is the same. That to the point where you can merge the painting with the statue. It's not a problem. Now take the fake tut and try to merge him with the old tut and see if you could do the same. See, I'm showing you some things. Here it is. This is Alexander, the fake. You see, and see, they already have the Caucasian model that they want, so there's no need to change it. See, it's already European. See, it's already European, so they don't have to change it. If it's African, they got to change that. See, but if it's already European, there's no need to change it. So that's why it looked exactly like the statue. You see what I'm saying? And you come down. Now, this one was created in 2002. The Discovery Channel did that one. That really was the first reconstruction. They did not like that. But it was the one that was closest to how he looked compared to the others. You see what I'm saying? It looked like him. Okay? It looked like him. So we applaud that. You see? Now, where's that other one at? Okay, I'm going to come down. Now, see, now we talking now. I might got some. Now, when you talk about a master artist, you see them guys be out there painting on the street and shit. They pride themselves in being able to damn near get it exactly alike. You see? A master artist is almost impossible to beat when duplicating an image of an individual. This guy look almost exact to me. You see? And so, he didn't go put a whole lot of, it's a little white girl. So he didn't go put a whole lot of melanin in her damn skin. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't, if she was white, he just made her white. You see? He gonna be exact to what he looking at. So it's a master artist or a master sculptor. It's going to be hard to beat, you understand, the duplication of an individual with a master sculptor and a master artist. You see, it's just going to be hard to beat. Okay? You know, and so you see right here, silly. You know what I'm saying? Oh, silly, but it's him. You see? It's him. And he made it, you know, pretty much the same. You see? Now, look at this. Look at how real these guys then got out here. The lifelike realness is almost addicting to the artist. So when you look at this Will Smith, man, this shit almost look like, man, it's almost a real picture. It's almost like a real photo in many instances. You see? And it's crazy. Okay? A master artist would never mistake this skin tone of John Travolta for that of Don Cheadle. Just ain't gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? He looking directly at him. You see? So if he looked like John Travolta, he would never give him the melanin level of Don Cheadle. He's not gonna do that. That's fake. So all this thinking that they can do better than the original sculptor artist, that's bullshit. They can't do it. You see? Now, so when you see, it's obvious, and I didn't got all type of errors in it, that the characteristics of the ancient Egyptians are not to white people's liking, because they would accept them as they are, just like they did this one. They didn't change nothing. You understand what I'm saying? They don't go reconstructing Greek and Roman statues. Why? Because they look like them. But the ones that they trying to steal, like the ancient Egyptians, they take something that looked totally opposite of what the original sculptor looked like, a sculpture. Okay, look like. Okay, this is how you could tell there's theft going on, because they never do this to any other culture other than Egypt. They don't do it to any other culture other than Egypt. You see, again, you see an artist, and he made pretty good on the duplication. When you look at the picture, it looked pretty much like her. Okay. Now look at this brother. Now this shit is called hyper. I forget what they call it. It'll come up, but you can see, man, that shit it's almost unbelievable how, you know, realistic they're getting with this artistry, man. This is hyper realistic. Pencil drawings, and this is a Nigerian brother, and that's himself, man. That shit looked like a damn, man, it looked like a photo, man. Straight up. That's how good so they pride themselves. All of those are hyper realistic. You know, hyper realistic. The artists prides themselves on a realistic look of their creations. You see? Now this is the brother then drew Kevin Hart. He's not gonna make Kevin Hart look like no Caucasian. He's not gonna put no white skin in him or anything. Okay, another one. So we're showing that it's gonna be damn near impossible for you to get a master artist to make a mistake like that. You see, when you look to the one on the left, the sculptors of ancient Egypt would never have seen this on the left and painted or sculpted this on the right. They would not have done that. Okay? Showing you the level. This is science, man. You can't beat this. They can lie all they want. When you got a master artist looking directly at, the only thing that can beat a master artist is a photo. That's about it. That's it. And then a damn photo might not get the details of a master artist. All the details and shit, depending on the lighting, shit, a damn master artist might get more of your features and shit than a photo. You see? And so we got to be clear. So I had to show you, master artistry. You see? So if they was white, they would have made him white. You see that man right there? You see him putting white in her skin? You can see him there. You see? That's what he's doing. So ain't no way you're going to make a mistake like that and see this on the left and create what's on the right. Impossible. Ain't no man that got, ain't nobody. And then the fact that it was standard across the board, because one artist didn't do all the damn sculptures. You see what I'm saying? They didn't do it. One artist didn't. So they obviously it was, and they were standard across the board on how they look. And so you got this supposed to be Akhenaten. Look at this shit, man. Look at this. This Akhenaten, this Tutankhamun. What kind of garbage is they got going on here? You see, now this I guess this Akhenaten. This Akhenaten, y'all. We in trouble. Here it is. This was the younger lady. That's the name of her. The younger lady is the formal name given to a mummy discovered within tomb KV 35 in the Valley of the Kings by archaeologist Victor Loret in 1898. Okay, the mummy also has been given the designation KV 35 YL for younger lady, and currently resides in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Those recent DNA tests, this mummy has been identified as the mother of the Pharaoh Tutankhamun and a daughter of Pharaoh Amenhotep III and his great royal wife T. Early speculation that this mummy was the remain of Nefertiti was proven to be incorrect, as nowhere in Nefertiti accorded as nowhere is Nefertiti accorded the title king's daughter. Okay, so the fact that they got the mummy, the skull sitting, and that ain't even the original. That's a cast. So the fact that they got the skull of some where it's, I guess they feel that they have identified. You understand? But it's not Nefertiti. They've never found Nefertiti's skull. And so that even more so that they knew that they was creating a white woman from the very jump. That's what they wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? And so now once you get down here, and I'm going through this very quickly, it was called Shaping Humanity. I put in there Reshaping Humanity. You see, reshaping. So once you understand the dynamics of all these guys, you can't, recreate, put soft tissue. They know that they making monkeys. You see what I'm saying? Because they got a racist ideology that man came from ape-like creatures and shit. So now they are recreating this racist theory in reconstruction sculptures and shit. You see what I'm saying? But they knowing from the jump what they trying to achieve. It ain't like they found a skull and when they put the clay, it automatically fall in place like it originally was. You can't do that with soft tissue. So they don't know the width of the nose. They don't know the lip. They don't the chin, the fucking cheekbones, the eye over the eyebrow, the forehead, all up in. They don't know none of that. You see what I'm saying? So they know from the jump. And so not only is she creating these tuts and she creating all type of monkey men and shit. Yeah. Creating all type of monkey men and shit. Making them look all crazy and shit, because we had to go over that. The finished product, and you can see the skull there is if you can't see it, the only thing they got is the front. They didn't put all type of some type of gel and shit to make a mold of the, so they didn't recreate it, even the skull. And then they'll put some, and then they start putting a face on it and shit. Okay. And so again, the finished product only approximates the actual appearance because the cranium does not reflect soft tissue details. You see? And so you got to quit letting in the fact that they would do this. You see, the fact that they would do this lets you know that they not the ancient Egyptians. They know that because they got to recreate it in the way that it could appear that it's them. You see what I'm saying? The goddamn recreations that they got up there, if any sculptor was looking at the Pharaoh, and because the image of the Pharaoh is the image of God, and he created something that looked like them goddamn, man, they would have set his ass on fire. They'd have set his ass on fire. You understand? It's no way they could have got away with it. So what I want y'all to do, do not believe, and they ain't even approximating. They faking, they lying, they outright lying. See, this is where you get caught up in some, because people think science is everything. It's not. You see what I'm saying? The illusion, see, that it gives you, and somehow motherfuckers think they got a time machine, that they can go back in time and actually do better than the people that actually lived in that time. Impossible. It's totally impossible. It cannot happen. You see what I'm saying? With a whole people. You understand? Everybody look totally different than the actual statues. You understand what I'm saying? So don't let them fool you with no DNA tests. Do not let them fool you with these fake reconstruction sculptures. Don't you do it. We got science on our side, and this is the crazy shit. A lot of white people is coming out and telling exactly what it is. So don't feel like it's a black thing, that we the only ones that understand that science, that how fake it is. You see what I'm saying? And so again, family, the creations that you see out there, that old Zahid Hawass with his fake ass, you understand what I'm saying? And all talking about black peoples is taking their culture. Man, I you know what? We got more videos coming up where we gonna be, and we'll touch back on this. You understand? Since it is a hot topic right now, I ain't going nowhere. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay right on them. We got another one, 2 or 3 after this one. Let's go. I spent a little more time on this one than I wanted to, but I just had to show you that. Okay, we'll be right back for another powerful chapter in this this great topic. Was the ancient Egyptians black? And I don't want you to go nowhere, because we still got some more powerful. You understand what I'm saying? More, you know what? When we talk about Sheikh Diop played his hand too soon. That's what Sheikh Diop played his hand too soon. You understand what I'm saying? He used that science on one mummy, and then when he proved the fact on the one mummy, then they shut him down. They wouldn't let him do no more testing. He should have just went on and tested as many of them mummies that he could before he brought the information to light. You understand what I'm saying? If he would have waited a little bit longer, he could have got into a lot more of them royal mummies. You see what I'm saying? But that's all right. That's all right. We still can get to where we want to be. All right, family. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Peace.